Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Matt Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nussflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Ken. Kenny Ken wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Ken, Smoke and Mirrors, Director 97. Home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the Eldorado Custodian, Billy Friedrich. Jones one all coming down the finish.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the corporate Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a dawn. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, better with the bag and you love it. We want it top 10, we above it. Let's check.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pub Sports Radio. I'm Peter Loshak. We do this every Tuesday. Today is January 13th, 2026. Crazy time in humanity. Wonderful time in humanity. Wonderful time in sports betting, although January is a little bit dicey for me in general in sports betting, so I take it a little easy. Pick my spots. Very careful. Very considerate of everything that I do. We're going to have a good show, though. We got a big standard Tuesday college basketball card, a few plays I'm really liking in that. NHL, the NHL card is tricky, but we're going to go over all of it with the comment section and Mr. Goetzer. And, of course, 7 NBA games. We got another Spurs OKC matchup. Thank the Lord we have Billy Brisbane and Justin McKelvey to talk about that, because that'll be an interesting matchup. Can OKC get it done as a big favorite? I don't know. We'll see. We'll all talk about it. It's going to be a great show. I'm going to maybe talk about soccer while we are doing everything else. I'm going to take a shot with Stuttgart in the Bundesliga, over 2.5 at big plus money. Take a shot with that, plus 150 or so. I'll tell you that right now. That goes at 12:30 Eastern time. We're going to try to keep a brisk pace. We're going to have a good time. And Jose Bouquett, are you there? What's going on right now?
Hello, Peter.
All right. How's everything going?
Good. How are you? How is your first?
I'm all right.
week in
I'm all right. We got
confidence
all the usual. Everyone's here. Everyone's good.
Yep. College basketball, NBA, NHL today for the people.
So we're going to start with NBA, though, right? Or start with college basketball?
Start with NBA, yeah.
Start with NBA, then college basketball, then NHL. We're going to keep a brisk pace. All right. I got to tweet this out, of course. And we may as well just get the hell right into it, right? Anything else we want to promote or anything? Anything we want to talk about?
I'd like to know more about your soccer. Is just Stuttgart anything else you bet in the soccer?
Well, if I had more time, I would have some good answers for you. But I've been kind of.
Do I need to add soccer to the schedule, Pete? Is that what we need to do?
No, because it's kind of like what I do is not very like narrative based. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be a whole lot to say. Kind of, you know what I mean? It's like it's and I don't even know who the players are, let alone know how to pronounce their names. So that would not be good on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that.
But no, I mean, we could shout it out here and there. Sure, why not? Wait, someone's.
And how did your confidence pool go?
Oh my God, really bad. I was disappointed with how I did in the even though I came in 4th place. And when elites are off of a disappointing performance, they bounce back super hard. And I was like, that's what I'm going to do. And I had Green Bay at 9. And when they were up at the half, like 21-3, I was like, this is what I do. I am an elite capper, bouncing back hard. This is me. Well, we saw what happened. And then I also had the Jags at 11. So, and I also had the Eagles at 12. So maybe I'm not as elite as I thought. Or maybe I just don't bounce back in the way that other elites bounce back off of disappointing. But also similar, I was just so rushed. I do know better. I know what the secrets are for these confidence pools and for the NFL playoffs. Should I share them with you or?
Yeah. Go.
Did you notice? Here's one hint. Did you notice that every single market move in the playoffs was actually pretty big and completely wrong? Did you notice that?
Yeah, the 4.5 to the 6 for the 49ers game was crazy.
I think the Bears started out as a favorite, did they or not? But definitely the Packers took money and all of it. And then even last night, and I liked Houston. That was when I got right. I don't know if you caught, but late, I think it went to 2.5 or at least 3 juiced down to Pittsburgh when that went in Pittsburgh's direction. Totally wrong. I think that the Bills opened as a favorite and the Jags closed a favorite, right?
Yep.
That was wrong. Everything was wrong. Literally every single one. Maybe the Rams one. Did the market move strong in the Rams direction? It seems like it didn't move that much. Did it?
I don't think it did. I think if anything, it was a 0.5 move towards Carolina, but they covered. So,
but the best bet in that game, in my opinion, which I did bet, which is my favorite bet in the entire round of the playoffs, was the over, and the market moved against that. Do you see that? I was like, wow, I love 46.5. It closed at like 45 or 44.5 or something. So, it's a market. I don't think that's manipulation. No one's like manipulating the NFL markets and then just leaving bad numbers at the close. Market was just wrong every single time, right?
Yeah, this week. So I'm fascinated to see how it does next week. I mean, I like the Bears this week, but the market kept me off. So, but I'm fascinated to hear what you have to say about the college basketball and the NBA line movements, because those are crazy.
There's a few that I'm liking. I got to bring up the YouTube, and then everything here. All right, you want to just get into it, Jose Bouquett?
Sure. We've got both our guests waiting here, so I'll introduce them. Pete, you can just sit back and send that tweet out.
Yes.
First guest, one of the anchors of the Locker Room Talk podcast. Shout out to this man. I was going through some old footage at Pubapalooza as well, so shout out to this man, an all-star of Pubapalooza, and I hope to see him back again soon. The one, the only, Billy Brisbane joining the program. Billy, nice to see you. How are you?
What up, gang? Let's make some money today. Nice little NBA card, bigger NBA card on a Tuesday than what we usually have.
That is nice, and we've got a good game here tonight as well with Spurs Thunder. Nice to see Nasty Nate, Rez Mob, Jason Meyer, Spoons, AM, Kongs, Fernando Mendoza, all in the chat here. Steve G, Los Chutis also in here as well. Let's keep bringing on the guests because he was the first person to comment, put his stacks plays of the day in there immediately, and we'll be talking about him. The one, the only, Justin McKelvey.
Stacks, 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 stacks.
Justin, nice to see you. How are you doing? And again, I told you, well, I didn't tell you this to your face, but you texted me. I look forward to you coming to Pubapalooza so I can take your bounty in poker.
Yeah, I heard that, like, I think this later on that night or the next day. I was like, damn, I wish I just caught that live.
Well, I have a list, Pete. I'm sure you have a list of people in your head when you're playing poker at Pubapalooza. Like, yeah, I'd like to take that guy out. My list contains of Justin McKelvey, Nasty Nate, Peter Loshak, Jimmy the Bag. Those are the 4 bounties I want at Pubapalooza this year, and I'm going to get them one way or another. I'm going to get them, and I look forward to it.
Yep. I'm perfecting my checking technique, which I will also we should make more videos for posterity at Pubapalooza. But all right, just so we can laugh at him and shit. But let's get into NBA. What do you think? You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. And then we're going to talk college basketball, which I do have a few plays I'm liking in college basketball. We'll see whether you guys agree, disagree, or have no opinion. NBA, man, we're starting right off with a crazy one, right? Phoenix and Miami. Phoenix, good Lord. For people who don't follow NBA closely, Phoenix is now 12-1 ATS last 13. They started out the year not so great ATS, 0-3-1 ATS their first 4. Since then, 27-7-1 ATS. Holy crap. Now they're going up against Miami, who's back home after a bad 3-game trip. They did cover the last game despite losing by double digits because they just got too many points at OKC. But here you go, a near pick-em line, and you guys would know better than I would what is causing this Phoenix, months-long value, and is it going to be continuing here because they're, almost pick-em against a very beatable team, Miami. Justin, what do you think?
I was all over the place with this game. I couldn't understand why the spread was so low. I felt like Miami should be getting a couple more points and felt like they should have been the dog with Tyler Hero, his second game back, and Norman Powell being questionable. I couldn't understand how this line was so low. And then this total, I thought this total was extremely high when Phoenix Suns done played in 6 straight unders. So like they slowed the pace down. I couldn't understand. I wanted to get to a couple of props. Because I've been dabbling in my little 3-point props. I'm starting to fall in love with them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like the point prop compared to his threes. So what I settled on is with 6 straight unders, let's make it 7. I'm on the under 230. 230.5 minus 113.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking, just because Phoenix with their excellence has been going under. They're playing great defense. And if you're thinking that Miami's not getting enough points, well, now they're not getting any points. Now they're not. Now you're getting nothing. Now they're literally a favorite against Phoenix. Billy Brisbane, what's going on here?
Yeah, this is definitely not a game I'm looking to bet. It's a tough one. Miami comes back from a 3-game road trip, potentially no Norman Powell. Then I don't know, it kind of feels like they're overvaluing them being at home. The Suns have been in better form 8-2 last 10. This is their start of their big 6-game road trip here, so maybe they get off to a hot start in the road trip. I kind of lean towards Phoenix on the money line. Phoenix team total over 115.5. I thought was a generous price tag. And then favorite player prop in this game would be Devin Booker over 1.5 3-pointers. It's juiced at minus 188, but I'm shocked it's not 2.5 at plus money.
I mean, this is, Miami is, they haven't been good this year, but they're much better at home than on the road. And this is the ultimate market telling you what to do situation, isn't it? Right? You got Phoenix, who hard to beat them ATS in any situation. And now very tiny line. And now Miami's a favorite. I don't understand what's going on here. Is this not autoplay on Miami?
They're kind of – I don't think it's an autoplay on Miami because I think they're overvaluing the home record of Miami. Like, I think you're walking yourself into a trap at Miami money line, in my opinion.
When the market is telling you to do something, I am happy to do that unless it's like against an elite team or some like ATS juggernaut like Phoenix. So I'm going to pass on this one as well. I was definitely leaning under as well. Maybe I'll add that one at the end of the show, but I was thinking about an under. But as of right now, I'll pass. Next game on the card, another one where the line looks a little bit weird. Chicago against Houston. Chicago blew out Dallas in their last game. Now they're back on the road. They did have, 3 straight up double-digit losses before that game. But before that, they had a run where they were excellent ATS. They've got a young and athletic team, so they're not, likely to go on extended runs of being lethargic. And Houston, 3 bad road losses. Now they're back home. All of those losses were as a big favorite. They're 4-12 ATS in their last 16. They shoot a lot of threes. They're not connecting. And so, of course, they can start hitting their threes. And in basketball, if you are on the wrong side of 3-point variance, you just take your losses. But Chicago getting double digits, it seems like that's just an autoplay. What do you think, Justin?
This is another one. I started off on the props, and then this is actually Stacks Play Today number 2. And I started off with the prop. So I wanted to get to Sangoon with his second game back because his first game back he played 35 minutes. But I felt like that was a lot of minutes for someone coming back off an injury. And I don't think you could take this Houston Rockets team, like this losing streak, losing to the Kings, losing to the Suns. Like the Suns is balling. Like I just think they fell apart when Sangoon went down. That's if you look at it when they started losing and not covering and not scoring, it all happened when Sangoon left and got hurt. Then he came back first game. You got to fade him his first game back against the Kings, which I did, and they got blown out by the Kings. I think this is just what the doctor ordered for him. I got Stacks Play Today number 2, Houston Rockets minus 12.5, minus 113. No Giddy. They got a lot of injuries. I think this is exactly what Houston want. I think this is going to be bad.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago, they're very up and down as young teams tend to be, so they can definitely disappear on the road. But just considering how Houston has shot from 3 and how their recent games have gone, this is an eye-opening line. But now it's up to 13. So if you got 12.5, congratulations, at least for now. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm right there with Stacks here. I mean, this kind of seems like the spot of the day here. The Rockets have kind of seemed to hit a wall coming into this game, losing 3 straight, 3-7 in their last 10. They'll be eager to get back in the win column here. Chicago comes in off a 20-plus point home win versus Dallas, but with no White or Giddey. Their fast-paced tempo mantra, I don't think it's going to work here. Despite Houston's recent streak of unders, they're 2-8 over/under last 10. I think this is a perfect scenario for them to bounce back. The spread kind of seems a little bit high, but the total kind of seems a little bit low. I like Houston team total over 118.5 here.
Yeah, I mean, if they cover this number, it's because their threes are falling. If the threes are falling, they probably get to 120, right?
Yeah, player prop wise, I like Reed Shepherd over 15.5 points and assists minus 125. Usually in a Rockets blowout, he usually gets a little bit more of that blowout run.
Yeah, all right. Justin, Billy, and the market all liking Houston as of right now. Let's look at the comment section. Sports Investor likes the over. Yeah, I think the Houston and the over have got to be very correlated. That might not be a bad parlay.
I looked at the under when I took or the over. I mean. I told you I started with props and I went to the total. And I do like this over, but the only thing I worry about is the blowout. Like I just feel like this could be like a 119, 120 to like 94 type game.
That's why I like the Rockets team total over. I don't want to rely on the Bulls to do anything here.
I wrote when you said it, I was like, damn, I ain't think about that. So I wrote it down. I don't know if I'm gonna get there or not. I don't like having more than one bet when I'm so strong. Like I'm strong on the Rockets, so I don't want to add to it, and then the Rockets win and cover, and then whatever my second bet is. So I just left it alone. But I just think this is going to be.
I think the way to play
Go
this.
ahead.
I think the way to play this would be if you're going to take a total, take the team total over. If you're going to take a straight bet, take the spread, and then probably use the Rockets as like a money line parlay filler piece. Like you can kind of separate it kind of out like that into like 3 different bets. So it's not like you're putting all your eggs in one basket into one bet, but you kind of are at the same exact time. Like if you put the Rockets with the Thunder with something else or something like that, you might be able to get better odds than what you're getting right now. Maybe if you don't want to bet the spread. That's if you like the Thunder, though. We'll get into that game.
Yeah,
I thought about going back in and adding the trifecta. Might do a half unit on first quarter, first half.
Man,
I would be good with that too. Yeah, trifecta spot.
Kong's clips like in Indiana. Look at that! Wow, really like an Indiana roll. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Comments
What
here
Indiana basketball?
No, he's talking about college football, right?
He's still talking about it.
That line's not 8.5. Also, is it? Let me try to.
I seen 7.5 for Michigan State when it first opened. Well, I don't know if it was the first open. I didn't know what Indiana was talking about.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No, he's talking. Yeah. He's talking about.
I can't see the chat, so but he's probably talking about the football
against Miami. Huge shout out to Con Clips and everyone. Let's look at some other comments that people would say. There you go, Sports Investor 577. He likes the over 223.5. He likes the Bulls as well. Dougie Wise says this is way too many points. Los Chuti 94 likes Houston minus 12.5. And going back to the Suns game, a lot of back and forth here. Mandingo 609 likes the Suns money line. Ronnie Lofton likes the Suns money line. Los Chuti likes the Suns money line. But Dougie Wise saying Book's begging for Suns money. Yeah, absolutely.
That's I feel like exactly what Dougie's saying. Like I feel like they trying to bait you to bet. That's why I left it alone and just stayed on the under, like because they balling right now. Like they're one of the hardest teams in the league.
They've been balling for like 35 games.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just start.
Yeah, exactly. They're begging you.
Literally,
they had a freaking meeting.
I just can't bet the Heat. I just can't.
They had a bookies only meeting, and they were like, "We got to get people to bet the Suns."
I'm so mad if I bet the Heat and they get blown out.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man. All right, well, I'm definitely leaning. I was leaning under with you though on that one, Justin. I'm definitely leaning over on this Houston game as well. Let's move on to the next one, a very interesting one. I'm not sure about this one. Minnesota-Milwaukee. This is, of course, a rivalry. You know, Minnesota off of 2 iffy games, but 4 straight covers before that. Now Milwaukee's back home after a 4-game trip. It was a split. You know, they had some nice wins, some nice losses in that one. Milwaukee, a small favorite. It's going to be an intense game, but I don't really see any edges. Maybe you guys do. Justin, Kelby, what do you think?
I have absolutely nothing in this game.
Yeah, maybe something at the half. But
that's what I have. Exactly. That's funny you said that. That's what I have in my notes. Look for a live bet with no Ant and no Rudy serving a 1-game suspension for what, flagrant foul, some shit like that. But he ain't gonna be in there. But the fact that they got ruled out, they was out early enough, so they played before. I want to say Minnesota won by 3. So I don't never want the Bucks as a favorite. I don't care who's playing for Minnesota. Like the Bucks is a favorite. Until Giannis make up his mind whether he wants to stay or whether he wants to go, the Bucks is a favorite. Nah, I can't get there. And I thought this total, like maybe a first half or maybe first half under I was looking at. I don't know where the points is going to come from Minnesota to a team that don't score anyway.
Yeah. You're going to talk me into making a play on the first half under is definitely tempting here. And Minnesota's all right, but gosh, maybe I'll add that one on. All right.
I wrote it down, but I don't know. I just don't know where the points are going to come from.
The total has gone down a couple of points since opening. Billy Brisbane and it's gone up a little bit in Milwaukee's favor. Billy Brisbane, what do you think? Anything on this one?
I mean, Minnesota comes in hot, winning 6 of their last 8. Milwaukee's kind of in a tricky sandwich home spot. They're coming back from the West Coast and they go back on the road on Thursday. I think you just got to restrict yourself to the player prop market in this one. If you're looking on the Timberwolves side, I'd probably look at Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid in that order. For Julius Randle, it'd probably be points and rebounds, 31.5 at -125. For Naz Reid, I would probably play his 3-point prop at 1.5, or it might be 2.5. And then Dante DiVincenzo, it would be points and assists. And then on the Bucks side, I think it's Giannis or nothing. To give me Giannis over 40.5 points and rebounds, I mean, that's a fat points and rebounds line. But if I'm getting involved in this game, it's got to be with the studs, meaning Julius Randle or Giannis. I think this game is going to be close. I would lean towards Milwaukee winning, but I would not pay no -3.5 for Milwaukee to win. I hate to be the guy to be like, well, the value's on the Timberwolves, so you got to go with the Timberwolves. I mean, the value's on the Timberwolves, but I wouldn't bet it. I'd bet player props in this game. I think the player prop market is a little bit more predictive than a side or a total.
Yeah, I might be an even worse guy and say the value's on the Timberwolves, only first half though.
All these years gambling, I don't even know what value is. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
The value is an excuse for people to cover their losses rather than just bet the shit that you think is going to win.
Yeah, like respectfully, I just feel like, how can you say, well, I had good value, but you lost the bet? It just sounds crazy to me. Now, you can say if you won the bet in the line, like with CLV, but how you have good value if you lose the bet? Like, what? It's just, I mean, I'm sure there's a logic. It just doesn't computer in my math on math in my head. You had good value, but lost
right
the
now,
unit.
Right? All right, they lost to Cleveland, right? But
who?
Minnesota,
They split.
all right.
Minnesota, yeah, they split one. They split that home and home.
All right. All right, I am gonna make this official. I'm gonna take Minnesota first half +2, -116. That's where the value is. I also agree with you on the first half under and the under in general. Maybe I'll add on some other plays, but for now, let's glance the comments section and then we will move on. Kripke says Minnesota is the look, but wish Ant was in. Bruce Huncho says Bucks look like the side. AOD says I love this fucking show, all in caps. There you go. Now we got a comment. All right, next game on the card. Let's go. Oh man, this is a tough one. Denver, New Orleans, right? Denver off a straight up home dog win against Minnesota. Denver's, they're very banged up, a lot of injuries, but they're getting it done. So now you think, all right, they got that home dog win. Now it's time to fade them. But New Orleans is the opposite, is the anti-Phoenix, right? I don't know what's their ATS record. They just can't cover anything. They can cover against Washington. Against anyone else, they just losing straight, game in and game out. ATS also going under. The last game went over. So I don't know if you can take New Orleans at just getting 3. That's the first line I saw. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to pass. Justin, what do you make of this? New Orleans can't cover against anyone. Denver on the road now, super banged up. What's the play, if any?
Yeah, I didn't want to be on a side or a total in this game. I got a player prop, and I dug into it. I want to say Brizzy was the first one who put me on it, and I've been betting him in different ways. And my book's upstairs. I don't feel like I'm going to get it, but I swear, like, he just always cash. And I moved it up a little bit because he got 5 last time. I'm on Peyton Watson, 3+3s, and got a +170. And he's got 2 the last game against Milwaukee. The last time they seen this team, he had 5. Jokic and Murray was in. I don't know if Murray going to play today, but if you get 5 with Jokic and with Murray in there and the whole band, the whole team was up, he was in there, and he got 5. He got 2 the last game against Milwaukee. So, and he got 2 the last time. No, he got 3 the last time I gave him out on the show. So I don't know. I like him going back to him. I'm gonna keep going back to him until he lose like 3 in a row. You can get a 2. His line was 2 at Fanatics, 2 -150. So I ain't want Jose playing the Pete Rose on me. So I did 3 at Fanatics at 3+ at +170.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just doing a little bit looking at some soccer stuff here for a couple of seconds, and then we'll get into the next game. Billy Brisbane, what do you think about this one?
For me in this one, it's like the Nuggets have gotten more than what they probably expected without Jokic. Peyton Watson, I believe, won Defensive Player of the Week last week. The Pelicans snapped a 9-game losing streak, then lost versus Orlando. I don't know. This number seems off. I would want to lean towards the Denver Nuggets, but I don't know. I feel like the line's telling you that the Pelicans are going to win this game. Do I want to bet it? No, not really at all. Like, I don't even want to bet the total in this game. This might be the most past game of the card. I'd rather bet on the Timberwolves Bucks game than this one.
Well, what's going on with what's going on with the Pelicans? Are they going to at some point? Are they going to turn an ATS corner and be a good bet? What do you think?
I mean, they used to be remember when like a month ago they were a home ATS covering machine because of the number? Well, then the books kind of have readjusted since the new year has started, and now the numbers are so short on the Pelicans where you're asking them to have to win these games or come close to winning these games rather than them backdoor covering a double-digit spread. So if I had to line this game, I'd probably line this game 5.5, 6 in favor of Denver, which makes me kind of sketched out to bet the 2.5.
Saturated says you can't take the Pels without Herb Jones. Yeah, all right. That's a complete pass from you. We have college basketball plays from Spoon's Bets. Thank you for posting those. Spooner, Spoony, Spoony B. All right, let me see. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Here we go. This is it. Spurs OKC. They played twice. You know, the Spurs beat them the first time, and then OKC with revenge came back and got blown out again. So here they are, 7-point favorite is the last line I saw. OKC right now, 5 straight ATS losses, 3 straight overs. And the Spurs, going under in their most recent games, 3 straight covers for them. And, it's both teams have been kind of struggling offensively recently. So I was thinking maybe they'll straighten it out here. Maybe we get a buy low spot on the total, maybe like over or something. I don't know. This is very, very tricky. You tell me, Justin McKelvey, what's the right move here?
Yeah, I ain't want to be on the side. Spurs, everything about the Spurs just own OKC. Like, they just keep whooping on them no matter what the spot is. They just keep winning, so I don't want to be on the spread. Wimbiana just keeps disrespecting Chet every single time he plays. Like, it doesn't seem like Chet's ever going to fight back. So I wanted to target at first. I wanted to target maybe something to do with Wimby overs or Chet unders. I don't know. I know they got a little thing, little rivalry, but it's bad. But then when I was going over the player props through the previous meetings between these teams to see what went wrong, and I noticed that my guy Champagny, how he said his name, Julian Champagny, he get all the rebounds. Since Bessel been out, he get all the rebounds all the time. And he over this line 2 to 3 times against this Thunder team. And I got 7+ rebounds at minus 125.
Okay, very nice. By the way,
for the Spurs, in case anybody who don't know.
Looking at some soccer stuff while we were talking about the other stuff, the Pelicans are now down to 2 against Denver. So maybe the book's begging you to take the Pelicans also. I mean, begging you to take the Nuggets as well. Man, I really don't know. And OKC is now up to 8.5 or 9. Billy Brisbane, what do you think? And the total's about 230 still. What do you think?
Two sides of me. I think the Thunder win this game outright, but I also think the Thunder are starting to be priced at like jerk off price tags. I mean, they've gone 3-7 in their last 10 games, 19 and 21 ATS on the season. They haven't had an ATS cover since January the 2nd. I mean, that's a long ass time, and that's wild to be throwing an 8.5 line up here. The Spurs are 10-4 ATS as an underdog, but I don't know. Something feels fishy about this game where like the Thunder probably win, Spurs cover. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 1.5 3-pointers is at minus 194. I can't remember the last time I remember seeing Shai's 3-point prop being at minus 200 damn near. I think this is a good game to attack, and I like OKC here.
Yeah, they didn't throw up 8.5. They threw up 7 and got bet up to 8.5. Crazy. Let's see what.
Yeah, I thought I seen a 6.5 too. I might be bugging like last night. I want to say that I could have been tripping though. I thought I seen a 6.5 though.
Yeah, no, there were 6.
No, it was 6.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I almost jumped on OKC like 6.5 is enough. But I mean, sometimes you just can't beat somebody or something or some team, you know.
Well,
So
the whole Wemby and Chet thing goes back to when they both played not
overseas
overseas,
somewhere.
but yeah, in the Olympic little
All
things.
right.
Like, you know how they have like the under 18 Olympics or whatever? We was smacking up on France, and Chet was acting like a jerk off, and he was doing the little flexing thing and shit like that. And Wemby said, "Word, I remember that." And ever since then, Wemby's been taking it to his ass. Like,
Like, have you watched them games?
yeah,
He really did.
to be honest
I
with
didn't
you,
see
that's the
like I
one
didn't see
thing
what
that
Chet
concerns
did.
me is Wemby's back in the lineup, starting not on a minutes restriction. So like, Wemby could go off in this game.
Like
It's just
Wemby,
distant.
everything. Like come back, you gotta get his threes. Like I don't know. I feel like Chet should just do what Embiid do when he played the Nuggets. Just sit this one out.
Nah,
Like
Chet's playing out of position. Chet is really tall, really lanky, and if you saw Chet Holmgren, you think he's a center. The way he blocks shots, the way he has the paint presence. But in reality, if you put somebody like big and strong against Chet, he can get bitched down. So it's like he's really a power forward. Like they need another big. Isaiah Hartenstein's a really good center, but they need to bring in like a Mitchell Robinson type presence for the Thunder.
I wonder if playing Wemby gives Chet anxiety. But
Maybe.
I think Chet's hype for it is just, I mean, Wemby's a factory built basketball player. He's not a real human.
just leave that man alone.
Yeah, this is getting disrespectful.
It
8.5, and you already beat him twice. Saturated likes the Spurs. He says, give me let me see. Saturated, a lot of opinions on this one. Saturated says, give me Spurs 7.5. If you want him now, you can get 8.5. Or even
I'm a
9
lot bet.
a little bit.
If the Spurs go up early, big enough that I can get like a 130 money line for the Thunder, that's probably what I'll do. 130, maybe 135, 137. If I could get something like that live, other than that, I'll just stick with Tim Penny.
Bruce Huncho says OKC spot. And yeah, I would take him if to win straight up at like minus 120.
That's BJ.
Minus 8.
You know what? We're adding it, and we're going to make this shit official. Thunder Rockets 2-leg parlay, man. We're going to post it in Discord when we shop around to get the best odds. But Thunder Rockets 2-leg.
Saturated, talking about the matchups here. Spurs will get them again. You take away the inside, force OKC to shoot threes. They're beatable, as the Spurs have shown us 3 separate times. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't keep saying revenge game. Like, how many times are we going to keep saying it before there is no revenge?
Oh,
like,
yeah. No. There's revenge, but they can't do anything about it.
When I say we, I'm more talking about me because I was on the second 2 losses by OKC against this team. Like,
I think
revenge.
that's the problem. I think that's the problem, though, Justin. The recent memory of these two teams, they played each other on a cup game and then played each other the night before Christmas and then played each other the fucking day of Christmas. Like, everybody remembers those 3 fucking games like way too much. I feel like this is where you get in on OKC.
But
Yeah.
it do seem like the spot. But my whole thing is maybe they just can't beat these boys.
Yeah.
I don't think I think the argument is different with like I don't think I want to lay 8.5. I don't want to fuck around and find out at 8.5. But as a little money line parlay piece, I'll take them.
And the thing about it is what we don't understand is being that you're the champs, you always get everybody's best punch. And now you done let this upcoming team, this young team, Spurs, they done punched on y'all 3 different times. Now they feel like they ain't even scared of y'all. They probably look at it and be like, bet we got OKC coming up again.
I'll tell you one thing I'm going to add the Pelicans game. First half under 114.
You said
I'm
Pelicans?
adding that one. I think that, I like in the under. I forgot that I liked it. And now that I'm thinking about
I love
it,
it. Pete's still on the Pelicans game.
I'm going to pass on the.
He caught me off guard. I was like, Pelicans.
Yeah. All right, now let's move on to the next game. Atlanta Lakers, another extremely interesting one. Atlanta 7-2 ATS last 9, 2 awesome big margin wins and covers on their current trip. Lakers on a back-to-back. They got blown out at Sacramento last night as like almost a 10-point home favorite, and now on the road still they were like almost a 10-point favorite, got blown out by double digits, and now they're at home getting points against Atlanta, who has really turned a corner recently. 7-2 ATS last 9, also playing good defense. They're going under as well, getting margin wins and covers. Very impressive. Do the Lakers bounce back? Maybe, but Atlanta has life now. Justin McKelvey, what do you think?
I've been debating all day if I was going to get this game out because this Laker team, I'm borderline. I feel like they're pathetic. Like, you don't want to play no defense. All your home games go over. You get blown out by the Kings. The Hawks just blew them out. I don't think they blew them out, but we just seen this game like a week or two ago where the Hawks jumped on them. It's like, I don't know, Bron, they didn't play last night, so I don't know if he's going to play. They say Luka is on the report. I don't know if he's going to play. And this line, when I seen this line, I want to say it was like 1.5 or 2.5. My Hawks was favored. And I don't even have no other logic. And all morning, I've been getting texts about the Hawks. All morning, I've been seeing Hawks this, Hawks is free, Hawks is the lab, Hawks smash spot. So I'm going to be on the Lakers plus 3.5 at minus 115.
I mean, yeah, you would think after getting blown out like that as a big favorite. And
You
now they're at
lose to
home,
the Kings, you got to fix that immediately.
Come
I don't care
on.
who plays. I don't care
Stacks
if Bron
knows what's
plays.
up.
I don't know,
it's
Billy Brisbane,
perfect.
what do you think? I mean, Atlanta has this is not a fluke. They have some real life to them right now.
Stacks knows what's up. Buy hat engaged. Lakers. Put them in your pocket tonight. Nobody thinks the Lakers are going to win tonight.
Literally
They just got blown out by the fucking Kings. Did you not see Luka and Schroeder? And Luka had 42 and they still lost? Back on the house? Double night of a back-to-back? Oh, Atlanta, addition by subtraction. They get rid of Trae Young and everything's in happy land.
Yeah.
Well, you know what goes down in crypto.com? A bunch of bullshit. And I think the Lakers are going to pull this one outright on the money line. But I would take the +4 before you take the money line. Don't be mad at that buzzer beater. Let's go LA.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't money line it. But my whole thing is I don't care who plays in this game. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and I had 2 different texts from 2 different people in 2 different states talking about hammer the Hawks before the line moves. And I was like, hammer the Hawks? Like, no.
It also hasn't moved.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm probably gonna bet it again. Like if Bron or somebody get ruled out or Luka get ruled out, this line gonna go up a little bit more.
Yeah,
definitely got it. I as much as I'm bullish on the Lakers tonight, gotta wait for the injury news report.
Yeah,
all the points are going to matter. I think all the points are going to. If you're backing the Lakers plus the spread at the crib, you go every fucking point possible. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is I'm going to lock it in now just in case because it could be the flip side. If the whole band get ruled in because they mad about the Kings, this line going to come down.
What I hope happens is, to be honest with you, this really comes down to if Luka's in or not for me. If LeBron's out and Luka's in. Oh, double down. Put a couple more units on it. But if Luka's out, I'm out. Luka's out, I ain't betting on the Lakers tonight. I don't give a fuck about LeBron being in or out, which is crazy to say. LeBron's one of my favorite players, but it really comes down to if Luka's lacing them up tonight, I'm in.
It's a Kings thing for me. It's like the same thing as the Rockets. You get hopped on by the Kings, you got to make that right immediately. The next time you get on the court, you got to make that right.
You're catching LA in the most desperate of desperate spots. 3-game losing streak. If you watched JJ Redick's post-game press conference yesterday, he didn't even sound like a coach. He sounded like a player. He was like, straight up, we just can't hit a shot. I don't know what to do. He said, I don't know what to do.
How to fix
we can't hit a shot. And the last time he kind of went on one of these kind of rants, the Lakers started running up the score again. Granted, it was only for 1 game against Sacramento and like the perfect spot ever for the Lakers. But I think they can get right today. I mean, the perks of being a player's coach is that your players are going to play for you. And this is a type of spot where JJ Redick, you gotta get the crew right tonight. This is a huge game for the Lakers. If you can pick up a nice little out of conference.
He need to be in the locker room.
You got to command the locker room tonight.
He should be in there flipping chairs over. They need to push Braun. Like, you got to do something. You got to spark some type of fire. Like, this.
See, but the problem is with JJ is if he lights too much of a fire, I don't think they be taking him serious. Like when JJ be doing the little yelling shit, I'd be feeling like they just be like, all right, JJ's in one of those modes again. Because like JJ's not too far removed from being an NBA player himself. Like him and Jackson Hayes. Him and Jackson Hayes can play for the same team. Like, right. Him and Luka were on the same team when Luka was a rookie. It's a weird thing because like him and Luka were on the same exact team when Luka was a rookie. The last team JJ played for was Dallas. Like there's a lot of player connections that he has where I feel like they don't be taking him serious when he does that yelling bullshit.
I do think they're gonna have a serious run on him. Like probably get one more piece, make some moves around the All-Star break or whatever. They're gonna go on a run. It's just right now. But I don't know.
I'm gonna be off this. I'm gonna be rooting for the Lakers though, and Saturated gave us some very insightful matchup breakdowns of the Spurs OKC game. And this one, his take is Lakers bummy as fuck. So there you go from Saturated. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pass on this one, but I'm definitely gonna be rooting for the Lakers. Last game on the card, another one where the line had me scratch my head a little bit. Portland and Golden State, and Portland, they've been great ATS, kind of the anti New Orleans or whatever, covering most games. They are coming off of a loss at home to the Knicks as a big home dog, but that's a little bit forgivable. Before that, though, they were covering most of their games, and now they're getting double digits at Golden State. They've already beaten them 3 times this year, and now here you go, the fourth game. Again, getting double digits, and Portland is they're not in a down spot. I mean, they're playing well. They're coming off of a loss, and Golden State, they lost by double digits as a 7-point home fave in their last game. So it's maybe they're going to be looking to get right. But Golden State has not been good ATS over their last 12 games or so. And here you go, Portland beating them outright 3 times this year. Now here's the fourth game, getting double digits. What do you think, Justin?
I don't have nothing in this game.
Nothing. That's that man. And now it's 10.5. Look at that. So now again, books begging you to take Portland. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
The wildest part is like I'm not a big like pass guy, or there's always value to be had in these basketball games, but if you're up at 11 o'clock at night and you're watching this game, just take your ass to sleep. You'd probably just get some better sleep. Don't bet that. I wouldn't stay up and watch this. I would stay up and watch some fucking overnight tennis, hop up in the Discord and watching this shit. I'm shocked that this is a fucking primetime basketball game. How is this on national TV?
That's a big spread. No, Danny Avia not out. He's not in, right?
Danny Avia is not in, and it's just like.
But
the craziest part is the market of like. I don't know what you guys have for ticket counts for this game, but I have the ticket count as 67% of the spread, or 67% of the bets are on Portland spread. So like, people are betting Portland. Yeah, I'm out.
Think the number too big.
I mean, is the number really that big? Because it's like when the Warriors win games, they're either winning by 15 plus points or losing by 20 plus points.
I don't think it is, but people betting Portland, they must think that.
It's like in Portland's favor, though. It's moved, if anything, a little bit in Golden State's favor.
Sometimes I feel like with NBA basketball, when you start trying to think about why the public is on something or why the sharps are on something, you should just leave that shit to the side because the sharps be losing their ass in the NBA, bro.
You know what's funny? Crazy. I don't even look up percentages unless it's a big game or I'm on here. When I make my bets, I don't even look at that shit.
Yeah, I think that is if it's a sport that you know personally, that is the right thing to do. Wow, jeez. All right.
It gets in my head.
It's also sometimes wrong, just flat out wrong.
Right, and that's the whole
shouts to AM. That's the quote of the day right there. Or I should say comment of the day. Passing on bets can be just as value as winning bets, and that's exactly how I feel about this game.
Even when I'm on the show, when I first started doing them on Pub, I felt like I couldn't pass, and I was getting my ass whooped.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm done with that.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell Jim. Yeah, I'm passing on this shit. I hate that.
I figured there's three of us. Like maybe one of us will have. So I just can't force a bet just because I'm doing the show.
And anyway, for me, the most valuable things that cappers that I respect say is not what their bets are; it's their analysis and the factors and what they're thinking about.
I think the analysis is everything. Sometimes you're like, sometimes I feel like in other discords, just a quick little rant. In other discords or like in other places and stuff like that, you may see somebody post a play or something like that, and then you want to ask them like, why are you on that play? And if they can't give you 2 or 3 reasons why they're on that play, don't bet that shit.
And
or even more
it's
so
funny
if they're
because
passing.
I have I got a female capper that's out of state, and I told her like I be watching these shows, and like she's sharp, but I just think sometimes like people think that everyone who's watching these shows is looking for picks. I'm looking for information, and regardless of how I may feel about somebody, I'm not gonna let that affect me getting the information they're bringing. I don't care who they're betting on. I want to know what stats that you got that you found that I didn't find. So I want all the information like possible all the time. Like even if there's somebody I don't like, I will still listen to their information. Like I can make my own bets. I don't need your bets.
100%. Sometimes you just got to watch content for the entertainment aspect of it. You can literally watch a podcast for an hour and a half and be like, yeah, I disagree with every fucking thing that person said, but I thought the podcast was entertaining.
But it's always that one to be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Let me rewind that and write this down what he said. There's always that one.
Yes, absolutely. Wager Detective. Shout out to Wager Detective talking about Providence. We will talk about college basketball in a second. All right, let's just review all of our NBA stuff. I've only made 2 plays official so far. Minnesota first half +2 -116, and the Pelicans game first half under 114 -113. I'm also thinking about adding on like the over in the Houston game, and I don't know, maybe some other stuff. But for now, that's it. Just 2 plays for me. Justin McKelvey, please review all of your official plays. Thanks so much.
Suns Heat under 230.5 -113. Houston Rockets -12.5 -113. Peyton Watson 3+ threes +170. Julian Champagnie 7+ rebounds -125. And I didn't bet. I'm gonna bet it after the show. So best number I think there's a 4. Lakers +4. I'll send it to Jose once I get off and check the line shop. But I'm gonna bet it as soon as I get off here. Lakers +4
right
or best number you could get.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3s, but juice towards Atlanta. Billy Brisbane, please review your official plays. Thanks so much.
Yeah, official play for me today is the Rockets team total over 118.5, and the LA Lakers is a contingency play of the day here as I'm waiting for the NBA fuckery to happen and the injury news report to come out, and then I'll be on the Lakers. And we're celebrating tonight, or I should say we could be celebrating tonight. Auckland ASB Classic is back tonight. Ben Shelton. First one of the year, baby. First one of the year for Benny Boy tonight. We're getting hyped up. Got some Ben futures in the Discord. Taking him to win Auckland +500. And we're also taking him to win Q1 +100. He's the only top 10 player featured in this. Or he's the only top 10 player playing in a tournament this week. So I think he can go far.
Okay. Right on. Thanks for that, Ben Chell. And I'm also going to double up on the Pels game. I'm going to take the full game under as well. 234 -113. That's full game. So 3 official plays for me in NBA. All right, guys, let's talk about college basketball. A very interesting card tonight. I did look at a bunch of games. There's a bunch of
Can I pop off my one game? Because I got to leave. I got to leave out of here in 2 minutes. Miami, Notre Dame tonight. We're going to leave the analysis part out of it. But I like Miami in this spot tonight. Granted, I get it, South Bend at home, but this line opened up at 2.5. It's gone up to 4.5, 5.5 in some places. I think Notre Dame's kind of like the fake sharp play of the day of like people are going to bet Notre Dame because they're coming off that loss versus Clemson. They're looking for some ACC wins, but I don't think it's going to happen versus Miami. I think Miami is being still kind of not disrespected, but like, I don't know. Miami's been laying some big numbers in ACC play, And it's because they're a good basketball team this year. If we're going to start catching them within 1 to 2 possession type of games, I get it, it's on the road, but I think Miami's a good enough team to start winning these road games that they used to lose in past years. I like the spot here for Miami. The money line opened up at -160, and it's all the way up to -215. I think the people that are in the know that Miami's that 14-2 record's legit for Miami this year.
No, they are, and they've been not that great ATS because they've just been too big of a favorite. And a lot of times when those kinds of teams then go on the road and they're getting a small number, that's when they start to have the B word. And I mean that it makes me nervous. I can't bet. I was leaning under, and it's gone down from 145.5 to 144. But I totally was thinking maybe this is a spot to bet on Miami. Didn't pull the trigger on it. Also, Notre Dame has been very good ATS recently too. They're kind of a tough, scrappy team,
Yeah, especially at home as well. You would think it would be a South Bend spot, but I don't think it is, man. As a Notre Dame guy, as a Notre Dame truther, I wouldn't put my money on Notre Dame in this spot.
I would love to know what DJ Big Boss, the Notre Dame guru in football and basketball, thinks about this one. I was thinking about under, and it has gone down 1.5 points. Justin McKelvey, did you look at that one at all, or not really?
Yeah, I looked at it, but I couldn't get there. I faded Miami against Wake Forest on a couple weeks ago, and that didn't work out in my favor. So I said, I'm not gonna make a habit of keep fading Miami. At least I don't know. Just like we said, maybe they're good.
Yeah, and now it's
maybe they're just winning good, not covering good, or maybe they just I don't know. But that Wake Forest spot, I thought that was the spot of all spots, and Wake Forest didn't get it done.
And now it's up to 5 minus 115 at one place we respect. And the total's down to 143. I was definitely thinking about the under on this one. AM only likes the Boston College Clemson over. We will talk about that one. All right, Billy Brisbane, thanks so much. All right, he's already gone. All right, Justin, let's try to figure out what we think about this college basketball card. First, hit us up with the games that you specifically are liking or want to talk about.
The first game will be Tennessee and Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he got the graphics, so I'll go ahead. I sent it to him. But I don't know. I think this line was, when I seen this line, how big it was for a Texas A&M team who I think they're balling right now. They went to the jungle and jumped on them. So, this Texas A&M team, I don't know. I think they're really good. I just think it's a bad spot for them. Tennessee coming off of getting pounded by Florida. And if you look at Tennessee's home wins, last 4 home wins all been by double digits, all been blowouts. Tennessee coming off a loss. This is a perfect spot to fix that loss that they just had to Florida and make it right and blow out this Texas A&M team. So stack play day number 1 is Tennessee -9, -110.
Tennessee, wait, you like wait, I'm sorry, what do you like here?
Tennessee -9, -110. Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's interesting that you took this game because there was a play that I thought I was really loving or liking or whatever. But it's the first half under. The full game total was really high, 158. Now it's gone up to 161. I think I'm still going to give the first half under. Tennessee, they're coming off of that loss, and they turned the ball over, and you got to think that they're going to be more cautious, at least to start offensively. And Texas A&M is a strong defensive team, aren't they?
They are. I thought this total was extremely high my first, and I underlined the over. And then when I started digging into it, I crossed it out very fast. I just think that this is something to do, not the same amount of spread, but I think it's going to be the same type game as the Houston Rockets. I think this game is going to be early and often. I think Tennessee going to come out here hot, pissed off about getting drilled. And this is the perfect time. You need this for your resume to fix what you just did to Florida. Come out here and blow this A&M team out who's been hot. I think they won 4 or 5 straight. So, and his number for a team that's been as hot as it is, I just thought this number was extremely high, but that's just them saying, massacre.
Yeah. Yeah, the spread is, Texas A&M is no slouch of a team and getting almost double digits. All right, the total has moved pretty strongly in the opposite direction that I was thinking about, but I'll take it anyway. I'm going to take the first half under 77 -112. We'll see how it goes. And Justin, like in Tennessee, yeah, they are a pissed off team right now. But again, Texas A&M off of 2 nice covers. They've been covering in general last 10. We'll see how it goes. What else do you want to talk about, Justin?
One last thing. The Alabama game. But
Oh,
one thing, what made me get there is I think Texas A&M team is a really good team.
yeah.
So like this team went through the jungle. Like not too many teams go to the jungle and come out there with a win. And the line was a pick 'em or -1, depending on where you got it from. But going into the jungle, that's where everybody want Auburn. And
Yeah.
Texas A&M went there and said, "No worries, we're going to the jungle and come out with a win." And now you playing Tennessee, and I first seen it 8.5, and I missed it, and I got 9, but I'm content with it. I think it's going to be like a 14, 15 point game, and that's why I crossed out the over, because I think Tennessee going to focus on defense and slow this A&M team down. I think the blowout is going to affect the over, so I don't like the under, but I'm not betting the over.
Right. No, I hear you. I hear you. All right. We'll see how it turns out. Let's quickly get this comment section, see what anyone has. And Kelly McInnes says Tennessee wins, A&M covers. Okay. We'll see how it goes. And then the other game you want to talk about is Alabama. Alabama is also a team that should be salty. Well, both these teams are coming off of a bad loss. Alabama in particular, very salty. What do you like here, Justin?
Yeah, I like facing good teams coming off a loss, and this one just happens to be coming off of 2 losses. There was a double-digit home favorite against Texas, and they lost. And they lost the game before that against, I think they're better than, but if you look at the record and look at the head up, they lost to Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt only got no losses, so can't harm them for that. But after back-to-back losses, they didn't beat this Mississippi State team 5 straight, covered 5 straight. I looked at the team total for this game, and the Alabama team total was over 87.5. I think they scored 95 plus. They didn't score over this number in 5 straight games, adding to coming into a loss. And you beat this team 3 straight games. Mississippi State plays no defense. Just go out here and give me 88 points. Off a loss, they'll probably score 100.
Yeah. This one scares me just because, obviously Mississippi State getting a lot of points. They've been pretty
What's
good.
What's the spread at? It was 5.5 when I made the bet. I didn't want to give the home team 5.5. That's how I got to this the team total. What's the spread at now?
The first line, oh my God. Wow. The first line I saw was like the very, very early line was 7.5. And now it's
I
down
see
to
5.5.
Now it's down to 4.5.
So it's moving towards State.
Yeah.
That's good. That's why I just took the points. Just go out here and score me points.
Yeah, yeah. And let's see what happens to
of
that total, because and the total jumped 3 points. Wow, look at that. 175.
When I think it was I want to say it was it 172 or my
first line I saw, was 171
172 and a half, right?
So it is the total's gone up. Definitely a move towards Mississippi State. Very interesting game. Spoons Bets in the comment section. Tell me what you think about any of the opinions. And here, Spoons Bet says Bama missing 2 starters and possibly a 3rd role player. So that would explain the move.
You said what?
He says Bama missing 2 starters and possibly a 3rd role player.
Huh.
Which would explain the move then.
Well, whoever's in there better score 88. I didn't know that. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew they was missing. I can't remember his name. I knew they was missing somebody. I didn't know there was 2 other dudes out there.
Yeah.
Well, 2 in the possible. I still like the team total over though.
Spoons Bets also posted, I want to bet Georgetown. So take whatever he says with a grain of salt. No, I'm kidding around. Yeah.
No, that's funny because so do I.
Yeah,
I didn't bet it, but the only reason why I didn't bet it because who did I just lost with them? Was it DePaul? I can't remember who they was at home. Seton Hall, DePaul. I can't remember who I just lost with them. And I don't know.
I think it was DePaul. Yeah, or was
DePaul?
it? Yeah, I can check.
And the line moved towards me. It was DePaul. I was getting 2.5, and then by the time it closed at 1.5, and didn't even mean nothing. They ain't covered.
We talk about this game because Georgetown, of course, shitty ass team, at least so far, at least ATS. They're not covering against anyone. And Creighton's a decent team. They're giving a bunch of points, but they're off a pretty big loss. And so it just seems like an obvious Creighton. But yeah, look at that. The market has moved in Georgetown's favor pretty significantly. First line was like 9.5, and now it's like 8. Look at that.
I didn't check the schedule, but you can look at it's something I have written down. I'm sure everybody knows this. You always want to bet on Georgetown anywhere near MLK Day. They just cover every single time.
Wow, look at this. Look at this.
It's like really, like if you look into it, I think it's something to do with Cooley. But Georgetown on MAK, which I think is next week though. Anytime they celebrating his birthday, Georgetown.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe tonight Georgetown is the play because, Marquette, they're off a loss. And, I was thinking, the last time Marquette was like at home against a crappy
Marquette.
team.
Georgetown played Creighton.
Sorry. Okay. I'm speaking too fast now. Last time Creighton was was at home against a crappy team. They blew them out in Marquette. They blew them out in the first half. It was very high scoring, which is what I was thinking about here. I was thinking maybe first half over, maybe Creighton first half. But the market has moved in Georgetown's favor, and Spoon's bets wanting to bet Georgetown total hasn't moved at all.
So Spoon said he wants to. He didn't move on it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if he moved on or not, but he wants to.
And you don't. You like Creighton. You like Creighton first half.
They're off of a home loss to St. John's. They started that game badly, right? So I'm thinking that they're going to want to come here and have a nice start, and they're playing a team that they can easily do that against. Similar to Marquette.
See? Info.
Yeah.
I like that.
Look at this. In the meantime, the tape play of the day from Matty Ice is Valpope. I was thinking about that too. That was sort of a line that didn't quite make sense to me. I was like, wow, that's a lot of disrespect. Belmont's been kind of 50-50 ATS, but Valpo has been very good ATS, and they're getting a whole bunch of points. So I didn't quite get it.
Oh, also I like what I get 9.5, 8.5. I didn't write down. I didn't plan on talking about it. Loyola Chicago at home playing George Mason. I was on Mason. Yeah. I was on Mason over the weekend. They finally beat VCU. They was getting +1. They finally beat VCU over the weekend. So after that, and they was losing. They ain't beat VCU in a long time. Like, I watched that whole entire game, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it because I won. But I was like, you know what? As soon as the game was over, I didn't even know who they was playing. I was like, I'm fading y'all next week. And now they're playing Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago's at home. They're giving like 9.5. I think it's a perfect spot to fade Mason.
Yeah, George Mason win. Yeah, obviously an excellent, nice team. 3 straight nice covers. But before that, George Mason had been winning but not covering, and Loyola Chicago off of a couple margin ATS losses. But before that, they had been good ATS for a few games. So maybe it is a good. Yeah, they're getting a lot of points. Teams like George Mason can easily go on a run of like straight up winning and ATS losing. All right, let's look at some other comment. Oh, AOD, Creighton gonna smack these goons. Georgetown has only 1 point guard, and when he's out, they can't function. Watch it firsthand at the Verizon Center.
Oh, I took Maryland too against USC.
Oh, you like that game? All right, tell us about that game. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it official. I'm just going helping you go over to college while I'm still here.
Okay, yeah.
I had USC as stacks. Friday. Was it Friday night? Did the show with Jimmy? I don't remember where it was, but I had a stacks play on USC. Maybe it was Jose. I don't know who it was, but I had USC against Minnesota. And that was the last game of their 3-game road trip where they was coming off getting blown out by Michigan and Michigan State. And now they're finally back at home. First game back at home. This is where I want to catch them. Y'all got me rich. The previous game, now I won't fade y'all. 9.5 back at home. First game at home. After like a 3 or 4 game road trip where you got drilled 2 of them. So I got Maryland. This was the game. I don't know what I got with Loyola Chicago. I got 9.5 with Maryland. That's what I got the 9.5 with.
Well, the Loyola Chicago line is about the same, though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So probably that then, too. Yeah, I really like Maryland.
Let me just scan over the card to tell you. Wager Detective said he likes Providence. This is a tough one because Providence, they're obviously in a big bounce back spot. They have real weakness defending the 3, and that's what Villanova does well. But I was liking Providence as well, and especially first half. I think I'm going to give that one officially. I know how treacherous that is. I think I'm going to give Providence a first half. Marquette, St. John's are matching up. Marquette, of course, they've now covered actually 2 of 3, but they're definitely a very beatable team. St. John's off of 2 excellent road wins, and now they're back home. I don't know if Marquette first half could be good or not, but that's interesting. That's a tough one. And then the Indiana-Michigan State game, that's an interesting one, but I'm going to pass. Of course, they're both coming off of sort of games where they're disappointed. Virginia, Louisville, I'm sure you looked at that one at least a little bit, Justin. I'm thinking about Virginia first half. Both these teams are obviously excellent right now. Virginia really rolling ATS. Louisville's been overvalued in their last 3, and I'm thinking that I might give Virginia first half as well.
I did look at it. I ain't bet it, but I was looking at Virginia and the over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know which one because I just thought this total was extremely high.
It is.
And it got to be for Virginia. There's a stat I seen, or maybe I heard somebody say it, and I want to say it's like over 100. I did. I heard Ramon say it. He said it's like over 100 and something games that they don't play, or 100 at night where this total hasn't been this high, and they've only been over this number twice, like 108 games or something, over 100. And I'm like, so why is this line so high? But Virginia, this isn't like your Tony Bennett Virginia team. Like that was a team that you'll see totals at 120, 121. This Virginia team plays fast. And Louisville, they play fast. They play faster on the road than they do at home. They just struggle against Boston College. So I didn't get there because the total was high, but I like Virginia. And I like the over. Whether I get to them, I haven't bet on them, but I got it wrote down.
Yeah. All right. I think I might give Virginia first half. We'll see. Then BC Clemson, that is AM's favorite pick. He likes the over at 134.5. It opened at 131. Texas A&M Tennessee, we already talked about that one. I'm kind of thinking maybe Duquesne first half. I might add that one officially. That should be a big bounce back spot for them. And Dayton has been, struggling ATS recently. And then, of course, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Justin, I'm sure you at least thought about it for a second. Wisconsin, of course, off of the huge 18.5-point road dog straight up win at Michigan. Minnesota off a home loss to USC, but they're a solid team at home. Historically, Wisconsin kind of dominates Minnesota. I was thinking Minnesota first half and maybe the first half under where it looks.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Minnesota first half. They're coming off that loss I just spoke about, USC. Yeah. They're coming off a loss to USC where it went to overtime. Wisconsin coming off that huge upset against Michigan. Just think it's the perfect spot to go ahead and fade Wisconsin early. And the barn, I don't know, it's hard to go to the barn and win. So I don't want to count them full game. So I didn't bet it, but I have it in my slip or in my notes. Minnesota first half.
And Minnesota plus 2.5 is one of Spoon's bets plays on his NBA card that he is liking. Also Buffalo, which I kind of agree with. I didn't quite understand why Buffalo was a dog. Toledo, I had passed on.
I forgot about Buffalo. That line moved in my favor. He's on Buffalo too?
Yeah.
I got him plus 1.5. I paid a little bit of juice minus 117 when I bet it this morning. But I love Buffalo in this spot.
Okay. Another play that Spoon's Bets likes, which might surprise you, is UConn. They're playing Seton Hall. UConn, of course, is great, but historically, they struggle against Seton Hall, and Seton Hall has a pretty good team this year, at least ATS. It's a low total. They're getting a lot of points, so you'd be thinking, why not? Seton Hall getting a bunch of points again, but it feels a little bit tricky to me, and Spoon's Bets has UConn as one of the plays he's actually liking.
Yeah, I didn't bet this game. I do like UConn, but I can't get there. Seton Hall, they stormed the court on them last year. It's like every time they come to Seton Hall, they beat them. And this Seton Hall team is better than all the other Seton Hall teams.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to stand in front of that. And then the spread, like the almighty UConn, 5.5 to Seton Hall. So I couldn't get there. Yeah. And I'm not betting nothing in that game.
Well, Spoon's Bets likes it enough to add it to his small slate of favorite plays here in college basketball. And he also likes Iowa State against Kansas. Of course, Iowa State is awesome. Sometimes they're too big of a fave, and Kansas clearly overvalued in their last 3 games. Can they bounce back here? Iowa State started games poorly, so they ramp it up in the second half. So I was thinking maybe Kansas first half. I don't know, but
I was thinking I might still get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Spoon made me a little nervous, but I don't know. I like Kansas.
That's I wouldn't say I like Kansas. I was thinking about it, and Kansas played a really low-scoring game against UConn earlier. I was thinking about unders here, first half under and full game under, and then let's see what else.
Is the fog still a thing? Like you coming off a loss, Peterson gets hurt every game and then comes back. Sometimes he don't, but you're coming off the loss to Morgantown at West Virginia. Like now that was on the road. But every time you go to West Virginia, y'all lose. But now y'all back at home, don't y'all want to get that back? I know Iowa State, but they're probably one of the best teams in the nation. But that's why I ain't bet it yet. Between them being so good and Spoon being on them, I don't know. Maybe I'll look for a better number live. But at the fall, I want to bet Kansas, though.
Spoonsbets also likes Baylor. I was liking Baylor first half at Oklahoma State. It's just that Oklahoma State is also looking to bounce back, and they're a pretty quality team. But I was definitely liking Baylor first half. I might add that one on myself. And let's see what the comment is saying here. Chili Dog Dooley. Chili Dog Dooley. Move to Ohio. Very nice. That's a great state right there. Ohio. Shout out to Chili Dog Dooley. All right. Let me see. The Godfather liking Kansas money line. Okay. Spoonsbets saying, wow, TJ never won at Kansas, laying 3.5 at open for a reason. Yeah, I mean, Kansas, a home dog to Iowa State. Jeez, a few years ago, they would have been minus 20. How times have changed.
Iowa State legit. They went to Purdue.
They really are.
They went to Purdue and dog walked them. They blew Purdue out.
It's Kansas.
I don't know. Iowa State is Iowa State is just one of them teams that they don't care where they play.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, they're an elite team. So elite. The rules change when you're talking about legit elite teams in all sports. Very good money likes Minnesota, Wisconsin under 146.5. I was thinking that as well. And all right, I got to add some official plays to my card here. Justin, you need to go?
No.
Nope. Okay. All right. So let me just add some quick official plays to my card, and then I'll line shop, and I'll line shop while I'm talking NHL with Mr. Ghoster.
I will make Maryland. I'll send it to him. I will make Maryland official.
Okay. Right on. I am going to make Providence first half official. That's going to be official right there. Marquette St. John's nothing. Yeah, Buffalo looks interesting. I like it, but I'm not going to make it official. Virginia first half, I'll make it official. Take Virginia first half. I will make that official. There's probably some totals and team totals that'll also be on liking it, but I'll hold off for now. Going down, Duquesne first half. I'll make that official. They should be good enough to at least cover the first half against it. And then Wisconsin, Minnesota. I'm going to take the first half under in that one.
Wisconsin, Minnesota.
First half under. And I got to be leaning Minnesota, but Wisconsin, I think they're really, because wasn't a one-off against Michigan. They had a really nice win before that Michigan game as well,
This Wisconsin team's funny.
Yeah.
Like, they've been horrible all year, and then they just jumped up and beat Michigan.
Yeah. But their game before the Michigan game was also a good one, though.
Yeah, maybe they turned in stride. Like, man, I don't know, but I just like Minnesota at the crib.
Maybe. Matty, guys, play of the day is Valparaiso plus 11.5. That was definitely one I was thinking about first half as well. I don't know if I'm going to add it, but I don't know if I'm going to add it. All right, let me just scan down here. Iowa State, Kansas, man, I'd love to take the first half under on that one. Man, would I love to take the first half under. Maybe I will. I don't know. And let me see. Going down. Baylor first half, I'll take them as well. Baylor first half, I'll make that official. And Georgetown, motherfucking Creighton. I know you all like, so everyone I respect liking or loving or thinking about Georgetown. And I'm not talking about full game, but man, I want to take Creighton first half. Man, I want to take the first half over.
You want to take who?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said you want to take who?
Creighton. First half over, something like that. All right, let me think about what I want to do there. And that will wrap it up for my official card. All right, so officially, and I will quote the lines later during the NHL show, but I'm taking Texas A&M, Tennessee first half under 77 minus 112, and Wisconsin, Minnesota first half under, and I'm taking Providence, Virginia, Duquesne, and Baylor all first half. Justin McKelvey, please review your official college hoops plays. Thanks so much.
Stacks play day number one, Tennessee minus 9, minus 113, Maryland plus 9.5. I'm not sure the VIG because I wasn't going to make it official, but I'll look and I'll send it to Jose after while y'all doing hockey. And the third one is Alabama, team total over 87.5, minus 110.
Right on. Thank you. And you know what? I am going to add on Iowa State, Kansas first half under. I am going to add it on. Look at what Kansas did against UConn. Iowa State is naturally a good defensive team anyway. and Kansas is going to D up for this one, just like.
And I'm gonna make it official since I'm gonna give it. I got a bonus bet for you too.
Go ahead.
Start dipping my in this hockey. Penguins Lightning over 6 minus 120.
Oh shit! Penguins light. All right, I'm going to write that down. When we talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
hockey.
making it official.
Tampa Bay Penguins over 6.
Over 6 minus 120.
Justin liking Penguins, Tampa Bay. Oh wow, yeah. We will talk about that. That one, yeah. I mean, Tampa Bay is like putting up a lot of goals, but the Penguins have a good goal. We're going to talk about that with Mr. Gokster very shortly. Justin McKelvey, thank you so much once again, and we'll see you next week, baby. All right. Going on here. Now we're going to talk NHL with Mr. Gokster, and while he's talking, I am going to have to line shop and find lines at a selection of books for all those college hoops plays that I just gave officially. Everyone, welcome to the show, Mr. Gokster, to talk NHL.
How you doing, Pete? Good day. Good day.
All right, Mr. Gokster. I am prepared for NHL, but while we're talking, I'm going to be doing a little bit of college hoops line shop, and that's all right. I can do this. I can multitask like that a little bit. Justin McKelvey already tells us he likes the Tampa Bay Pittsburgh over. We'll talk about that when we get to that game. You ready to go, Gogi?
Ready to go. All
right, first game on the card, Vancouver, Ottawa. This is a tough one. At Vancouver, awful, right? They've lost 4 in a row on their current trip, and they haven't been close. Ottawa, they've lost 4 in a row, but they've been tougher, a little bit more forgivable. And so Ottawa should probably be the play here, except there's such an enormous, massive favorite that maybe not. And also there's goalie issues. I think Reimer might be in for Ottawa and Lankinen might be in for Vancouver. Maybe I was thinking maybe Ottawa team total over, maybe over. I don't know. Historically, I know it's different teams, different players or whatever, but historically Vancouver dominates Ottawa, dominates them. And that includes recent years. So I don't know, but Ottawa, a massive favorite here against Vancouver. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ottawa here. I'm going actually first period money line, them to be leading. So I guess minus 0.5 and them to win the game, Pete, plus 150. Just the healthier. They're a healthy team that's just kind of underperforming. I think they'll turn it around here. I got the Canucks on a back-to-back. They went with Tolopilo, which was their third string, going with Lankinen because Demko's out, Rossi's out, Garland's out, Heedle's still out, Bluger, Forbert. They got a lot of guys out. Senators just have Allmark, which is a personal matter, but he's actually back in the facility. So this team's going to start turning around sooner than later. Marilainen, he's actually 6-3. That's going to be the starter for the Senators, I'm pretty sure, Pete. I think they're going to have Reimer going against the Rangers at MSG, I'm seeing. So Marilainen going. I think they're going to turn it around here. Good spot against a Canucks team that's banged up. And on a back-to-back. So give me Sens to be leading after the first and then to win the game, guys, plus 150 tonight.
Okay. I am looking at college basketball stuff here. Let's see what people's saying here. AM likes Canucks. Money line, plus 204.
I get the value on it. I do get that. I'm trying to get this down. And I do think they're going to jump all over them early. Also, minus 18 goal differential for the Canucks since the Christmas break. So, just a perfect team, I think, for the Sens to bounce back.
Yeah, it's hard in the NHL to have value as a massive favorite. Sometimes it happens, but I want to see Colorado in that spot or some other teams, not Ottawa. So not at all surprised that AM likes Vancouver here at that line. I'm going to play off this. Here we go. Next game on the card, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. Justin McKelvey likes the over in this run. And Tampa, of course, rolling 10 in a row. And they've gotten to at least 4 goals if you include overtime in all 10 of those wins. Yeah. Braden Point might be out for Tampa Bay. I think he was banged up in his last one. And Pittsburgh, they had been rolling, but they're now off of 2 one-goal losses, and they've been playing a little bit tighter defensively recently. So, Pittsburgh, a small home dog, at least on the opener. I'm not sure what I think about this one, but this is the one game that Justin singled out and said, this one I want to share with you, over 6. I mean, obviously Tampa Bay, a juggernaut right now. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I like the insight there. It's going to be a no play for me, Pete. In this one, short and sweet. Point, he's going to be out. I'd like to look at. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury with the knee. The Olympics are starting up here in about a month. On Team Canada, it'll be a big loss. So he's going to be out. Still missing, obviously, Hedman, McDonough, Lilberg. Also, Carlson, though, for the Penguins. Looks like he's not going to be in the lineup tonight. So they're going to have to rely more on Letang, and I'm pretty sure what I'm hearing, that's not a good thing. So back-to-back, tough spot. Going to be Vasilevsky in net. I believe, or no, I mean, let me just double check that. Is it? Yeah, Vasilevsky. It was Johansson last night. So I got nothing on this one. I lean towards the under, but it's going to be Seelovs or Sheelovs, 4-4-3 at home, 861 save percentage though. So that's a little concerning with how well the Lightning are doing. Don't know who they're going to be calling up. They actually got a good AHL team, the Lightning. So should be able to place someone in point spot, or at least like he'll be dropping down. They'll be pushing someone up from the second line. So short and sweet, no play for me, Pete. Lean towards the under though.
Okay, lean towards the under. Justin likes the over. This one scares me, and I'm going to pass on this one as well. Next game, another scary one. Montreal and Washington. You know, Montreal in general winning. They beat Vancouver yesterday. They're on a back-to-back. Now they head on the road. They're generally very good. Washington, subpar. They lost their last game at Nashville. Now they're back home. And, Washington get you a win here and there. But should they be this big of a favorite against Montreal? And I haven't checked the line movement, but I will. Montreal, a scary team to fade right now, though.
I agree. They're getting some players back too, Pete. They got Gooley. Caden Gooley was out for a long time, top defenseman. He's back in, I think, in the last three or 4 days. So that's only going to help this team offensively and defensively, really. Anderson, day-to-day, he's going to be in the lineup as well. Capitals are getting Chychrun. He's going to be in, which is big, getting him back on defense for the Capitals. And then sort of butchering his name, but right winger, day-to-day, he's also in. Just going to be no Wilson for the Capitals. I think there's enough firepower out here, Pete. We'll see some goals. It's not going to be Fowler. He went last night against Vancouver. It's going to be Montembeault, who's 4-2 on the road, but 896 save percentage, much shakier goalie. Hasn't had as many starts this year too. And I just think that the Canadians here, they're a team that's never out of a game, really. So going to safe here with this week, not doing the first period, and both teams have scored 3. Just taking the both teams to score 2 goals. In this game between the Caps and Montreal. Just need to get 2 goals between both of them. It's like minus 200, Pete, but I'm putting it in a parlay with another game. It's going to be the same scenario. Both teams have scored 2 goals. This is the first one. Think there's enough firepower, especially getting some of these offensive defensemen in for both of these teams, in Gooley and Chychrun. So,
okay, let me glance the comments section to see what people have to say. And Ronnie Crawford, spreadsheet play of the day, Montreal. There you go. Makes perfect sense to me. AM also weighing in on that game. Also liking Montreal. There you go. There you go. Wow.
Yeah, I like the goals here. I really do.
Yeah. All right. I'm still looking at making my college basketball stuff final so that I can fully focus here. But I will probably add on maybe the Montreal team total for that one as well. Thank you so much to AM and Ron Crawford and everyone in the comments section. Next game on the card. This is very interesting. Here we go. Calgary and Columbus, right? Calgary, for a while, they were kind of a revelation. Excellent. Then they started to really suck. And then they beat Pittsburgh in their last game by 1 as a big road favorite. All 3 on their current trip went under. So, before their current losing, though, they were great. Columbus, though, back off a 4-game trip. And, of course, they have a new coach. Brand new coach, 71 years old. Will he bring the energy here or not? Columbus, I think they have a roster that can be livened up. Is the new coach going to do it? Maybe, probably. Why not? I was thinking at least maybe think about Columbus team total over, if not just Columbus on the money line. An interesting spot. What's up with Columbus, their roster, and the new coach? What do you think is going to happen here?
I think with bonus in should boost this team. I saw some locker room quotes too, Pete, as we like to try to pull out here. Good positive quotes coming out of the locker room here. Pretty much the changes and not needed, but they're embracing it. They still have Mateychuk, their defenseman. He's going to be out. Marchman's out. Wood's out. But the Flames have some, bigger names that are just recently going to be out of the lineup. Still Pareka, defenseman, and then also Coleman, centerman. Blake Coleman, he's going to be out of the lineup. Then you got Bleacher and Pospisil. But I just think this team with Wolf, too, he finally had a break. I believe they won their last game, Pete, because they had Cooley going, and he was coming off an illness. Yeah, they had that win 2-1 against Pittsburgh. But really, Wolf's 4-12 on the road. He's got an 867 save percentage, 3.97 goals against. And Blue Jackets with a new coach, I would be a little bit nervous if you guys are on the Flames. The line is a little bit lower than I wanted. I thought it'd be a little bit higher. you would kind of be questioning why I'd say that, just based on kind of what the books are thinking. Kind of minus 135. I do like that. I'm taking the money line, and I don't think the Flames, Pete, are going to be able to score over 3.5 goals either here. I like Columbus money line, team total under 3.5. I was going to take Columbus's to over 2.5, but decided to take Calgary under 3.5. That's minus 105. I do think Columbus get her done here tonight.
All right. I will be, let me just quote for anyone who's tracking my college basketball lines after looking around, and then I will be fully focused on NHL. Providence, first half +1, minus 105. The Virginia, first half +2, minus 114. Duquesne, first half +2, minus 105. The Wisconsin-Minnesota game, first half under 69, minus 110. Baylor, first half money line, minus 110. And Iowa State, Kansas, first half under 71. All right. So what are you liking here again in the Columbus game?
Oh, I'm loving the college basketball, though. Like that under in the Wisconsin, Minnesota, too. Greaves is going to be in for the Blue Jackets, and then Wolf for the Flames. Advantage Greaves here, and then the new coach. Injuries, too, for the Flames, Pete. I think Columbus is the play. I'm just kind of questioning why the line is as low as it is. I get Columbus is bad, but I just think the Flames are going to be trending in the wrong direction here for the next – I just think they need to get Coleman back or get used to the players they're going to call up here. So, give me the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, it really hasn't moved. It's still like minus 136 or so. All right. I was definitely leaning Columbus myself. All right, next game on the card, Detroit-Boston. Detroit, on a back-to-back. They've won 4 in a row. They won at Carolina in OT yesterday. In general, they're a very good team. Not sure if this is a down spot for them, but in general, they're a good team. And Boston, they started the year great, then came back down to earth. Now they're playing well again. This is a solid team with some life, some talent. They won, of course, 2 games ago, 10-2. Then the next game they won 1-0. So they're just a nice little team with some good character. And now they're playing against each other. Detroit was outshot by the Hurricanes in that win yesterday. So both of these teams are teams that have some life to them. I was thinking maybe first period under, maybe under. Not sure what to make of this one, though.
Oh, sorry, Pete. That was the Hurricanes Blues, right?
This is Detroit-Boston.
Oh, sorry. I was completely blanked. I was looking at college basketball ever since you brought it up. Red Wings Blues. Yeah, Red Wings coming off. Yeah, sorry, I'm flew back in here. Yeah, the Carolina game last night. They had Fedorov. The ceremony, they were retiring his number, came in on the old school. It looked like a Cadillac or something there. Had the old Nike skates, Pete. It was kind of a cool throwback. They got her done. Yeah. Team's healthy, too. But Boston on the other side, they are scoring and they're getting geeky back. I just had a kid. I'm going right back on the ice, though. I love to see it there from Geeky. But no, in all seriousness, 8-4-1 Swayman, 907 save percentage. Talbot's 4-3-3, 881. Goaltending's kind of a question mark, really, between both these teams. Power plays have been strong. You know what? This is the one. It's funny, I almost forget my plays. I'm on Red Wings Bruins here. Both teams to score as well. Tied in with that Canadians Capitals guys. Both teams, again, just scored 2 goals. Doesn't matter what happens after that. It's going to be plus 110. Just think both teams are healthy, and the goaltending leaves a lot of question marks for me. Red Wings should be fine after that back-to-back. That'd be my only worries, a little letdown from the Red Wings possibly. But I think them being healthy, the way they're seeing I watched the recap from that game too. Kaner just sees the ice so damn well. So I think they got enough right now to keep this high-scoring game.
I mean, Boston is the real deal, or are they like an illusion right now?
No, they're a scrappy team. They could sneak in like 6-8 seed this year. It's just really with what it's Swayman. 8-4-1 at home, so he's got a decent home record here. Save percentage is actually decent. Like you can tell, the higher scoring games are coming on the road for Swayman. I just think the Red Wings have enough firepower. They're a high octane offense. They're healthy, like I keep saying. But on the other side, really, both these teams 5-2-1 since the Christmas break. So really, both these teams are been trending in the right direction. Should be a close game. I think it's a high, close scoring game.
Mm-hmm. Boston's a little bit the real deal, aren't they?
You know what? I haven't caught a lot of their games, but they don't let down. Like they're not a team that's just they're a scrappy team. Arvidsson, they've been a little bit banged up to it. Pasternak all year. Arvidsson's been out. Lindholm, that's the question mark too. Actually, Lindholm possibly going to be out here. Centerman there for the Boston Bruins, first line centerman too. Geeky is in. Defenseman like Zadorov was a huge asset ever since they got Zadorov, Pete. 91 there. He's just been unbelievable. He's probably top 10 defenseman in the league if you ask me this year. So they got depth at defense and guys that can move the puck. Both those guys, McAvoy and Zadorov, can move the puck. So short and sweet, I would say they got some vet. They're just a decent team.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start with Boston first period money line -119, and I might add on that old smash and grab goal in the first period or something like that. Let's look at the comment section, and then we will. Goracle says I'd be on Boston or nothing. Yeah, and I'm gonna take him early. Nasty Nate says Bruins smash, and Thomas Rooney says, did you guys do college basketball yet? Yes, we absolutely did. All right, next game on the card is Carolina St. Louis. Carolina on a back-to-back. They are off of that OT loss at Detroit. Tough game. They outshot Detroit. They won 4 in a row before that. And, St. Louis is back home after 3 not good losses on their trip. Probably, I think Boosie is going to be in goal. Yeah. And, Carolina, this is a big bounce-back spot for them. But St. Louis should be salty as well, and it's a big home dog line, so that makes me nervous.
Yep, and big reason is it's the injuries, Pete. Broberg, one of their top defensemen day-to-day, he's not playing this lineup. And now Robert Thomas, first-line player for this team, he's going to be out. The line, I think, was going towards the Blues, then just shifted right back up to Carolina, and I think that was the news of Thomas. Especially I think he's captain, or at least assistant captain, leader of this team, really. So just a bad spot, even though Carolina are coming off a back-to-back. This team's a -11 goal differential since the break, 3-5. Power play's doing nothing. You know what? More I'm thinking about it, the Blues aren't going to get a lot of goals. I don't think the offense is, even though it's back-to-back, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of offense in the Blues. I went Carolina in regulation, 3-way bet guys, -110. I think they can bounce back here. Just without Kochetkov out for the season and Philp, centerman, this is a healthy team. They should beat this team by by at least 2 goals, I think, today.
Carolina, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they did. Who's going to be in goal for St. Louis?
Hofer's in net too. I was just going to say 5-5-1, 887 save percentage, 3.16 goals against. So he's winning with the team scoring, and they don't got some. They're missing some key players. Bukestad is going to be in centerman, first game in a while, but I think they're going to be all over him.
Well, the best bet on the board is St. Louis, so that's not great. That's according to AM, but if he says it, as far as I'm concerned, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's. I wonder if he knew about the news with Thomas, because Robert Thomas out of the lineup. That's pretty big. That's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, AM's Blues best bet on the board. Kelly McInnes though loves AM's picks, but is on the other side. Carolina -1.5.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think at least 2. Like if you want to get crazy, like I think this could be like a 4-1. This could be a good bounce back spot. Like I said, Bukestad's in, and also Joseph. So adding Bukestad, centerman for St. Louis, they had to take away players, so they made room for the IR for Matthew Joseph, which I believe is a third line player. And then Robert Thomas and Broberg, they're not going to be in the lineup. So I think Carolina get her done tonight. Yeah.
Hofer,
yeah.
He can be all right. He has some crappy games, but then he has some okay games.
He's gonna get lit up.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go opposite you on this one. I'm going to take a shot with the Carolina team total under. I'm going to take a shot with it. Carolina team total under 3.5 -126.
Okay, they could win that game 3-1, 3-2.
Sure.
They could, yeah.
I was leaning under in general.
Yeah, I would get that. I don't think the offense from the Blues, I don't see it really being there. So, yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with that. Carolina team total under. It's, let's see if I can get even a little bit better. I don't know, like 3.5 -126. I'll shop around at 2 places. I'll shop while we're talking about Edmonton Nashville. Very interesting one, right? Edmonton on a back-to-back. They won yesterday. They've now won 3 of 4. They're good, very good. Not rolling, not Tampa Bay rolling, but they're good. Nashville, they're okay. Pretty 50-50. They can be good at home. and one of these surprisingly low lines.
Mhm.
Nashville, the first line I saw was just plus 100. I haven't checked the line move, but I will check right now. Guarantee you Nashville is probably a tiny favorite. And no, they are not. Maybe a tiny move in Edmonton's favor. So a very suspiciously low line for Nashville, in light of how Edmonton has been recently, mostly winning more often than not. What do you think?
Yeah, I've heard there might be some. I don't know if there's an illness or there's some guys that the coach said is going to be day to day. I know it's Marchessault centerman, but I don't know if there's anybody else or if there's a sickness going around there right now. The line, though, like you said, Pete, very questionable. Issue, I think, is I saw a stat there from one of our guys there, Ian Cameron, tweeted out there is how bad the Oilers are on back to backs. I think they're like 1-6 or something in back to backs. I think the reason what that is, Pete, is because it's Picard. He's usually the guy that's going in the back-to-backs. Ingram did go last night, so Picard's going tonight. He's 2-5-2, though, on the road already with an 887, 3.24 goals against. So I kind of guess why the Bucks were doing that based on all the numbers. But the power play's at 31%. They just beat up on Chicago. Edmonton did last night. Got their key guys in, just no Wallman and Henrique. Another thing, too, listen to this one. There's a stat of the day, maybe. Edmonton's 15-2-2. Against Nashville since 2018-19 season. So they've had their number big time. And McDavid and Draisaitl are on a 20-game point streak against Nashville. So maybe if you want to take them just to get a point, tie that in together, possibly like an over 2.5 goals. That's what I was going to do, like a crazy parlay. But I stayed off this game, Pete. But I do think based on the line and just those 15-2-2 since 18-19 and how well Edmonton's been, you almost have to be on Edmonton at this number. It's just going to be Picard. So this could possibly be a high-scoring game while we're talking about it. 26% power play for Nashville of late. Power play or penalty kill, though, for the others has been solid. I would be leaning towards Edmonton in the over, but it's going to be a no play here.
I think the play is Nashville, probably.
Wow, really, eh?
Yeah, well, they're not that bad, and Edmonton is they're quite good, but not that good. And they're not good on back-to-backs. Is that true?
But they're 15-2-2 versus this team since really Connor McDavid and Draisaitl have been together.
Nashville's been a complete shit show for most of that time, though. As a team, as an organization.
Yeah. That's pretty like 15-2. Like you'd think you can get at least a couple more wins there. And I'm looking at these 6-6-2, 3-2, 5-1, 4-2, 4-1. So they're scoring at least 3, I want to say, and who knows how many of those. But
I was thinking about the Nashville team total over, but I will pass on that one. All right, let's move on. Next one: Islanders and Winnipeg. Winnipeg, awful for most of the year. They've now won 2 in a row, both as a home favorite. But give them credit, 2 nice wins. Has Winnipeg turned a corner? Maybe. Islanders. Not a bad team there. They're off of a big OT win as a huge dog at Minnesota, and then 3 games ago they had a 9-0 win. So the Islanders, they're not Tampa Bay right now, but they're definitely a team with some fight to them. Going up against Winnipeg, who might have turned a corner. I think I'm going to pass on this one. You got anything on this one?
I'm just going to say this right away. I'm happy the Devils, Pete, are not playing. I've had just the worst calls of maybe my betting career against them against Toronto, 4-0 loss. Against them against the Islanders, 9-0 loss. So glad the Devils are not playing tonight. But moving towards this game, Islanders and the Jets. Goaltending is going to be really strong in this game. Power plays have been doing nothing almost since the Christmas break, below 10%. Horvat's out for the Islanders. Palmieri, some of the key guys, obviously, you guys know. But where I'm going with this one, Pete, I think we got a little angle here. No Horvat. First line, Andrews Lee, left winger here. He's been hot against Winnipeg. 26 points in 23 games against this Jets team. Now, I do think it's going to be a lower scoring game, so kind of contradicts that a little bit. But I think there's value just how well this guy's been playing. He hasn't scored or had a .2 in his last few games. I think he's going to get one here tonight. First line player should be on the power play as well. Give me Anders Lee for the Islanders just to get a point at +120 tonight.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Now let's move on. I do want to keep brisk pace because I kind of want to be out of here by like a 150 or 155 if possible. We got 2 more games on the card. Toronto and Utah. Toronto's on a back-to-back. They won at Colorado in OT yesterday, and that is not easy to do, winning at Colorado. Toronto's now won 8 of 10. So they are definitely there's a train right now. When is that train going to end? I don't know, but it definitely was rolling yesterday. Utah's off an OT loss to Columbus, but they won 3 in a row before that. Utah's a pretty big favorite here. I guess I'd be leaning Utah. I don't know. And I was thinking maybe a shot with the under. What do you think?
Oh, look at this line too. How well you just left those numbers off for the Leafs. Plus 134, plus 125 you can get on like Toronto right now. Pretty good underdog price on the back-to-back. Going to be tough. But Hildeby's been strong for this Leafs team. He's going to be the goaltender tonight. 9-10 save percentage on the road, 249 goals against. Toronto's power play too, Pete. 40% nearly since the Christmas break with a 95% penalty kill. That's special teams is definitely getting her done for this team. Plus 14 goal differential. Back-to-back elevation, she'll be a little tough for the boys. No merits. Tanev's going to be out still, Joshua, but they're just playing good hockey right now, Pete. I'm going to be off this game. I'm really rooting for the Leafs here. Vejmelka, Veggie there. I like to call him 10-6-1. Good home goalie. I lean towards the under. More I'm looking at this game here. Yeah, I'd be thinking more of an under, especially if it's like 6.5 or a juicy 6. So plus money. I think this could be a lower scoring game here, despite how much offense Toronto's had. Going to be a no play, but lean to the under.
And AM liking Toronto here. Another dog that he's liking, which makes sense. Tough to take a team after winning on a back-to-back at Colorado, but AM liking Toronto, which makes sense. And I think I am going to take a shot with
the Leafs.
I'm sorry?
You take a shot with the Leafs?
No, with the under.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to think if I want to go first period, full game, or double up. And yep.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that first period plus money, full game plus money. I don't mind.
And the last game on the card is, oh boy, here you go, Dallas Anaheim.
What?
I wonder if AM has a dog shit team system in his arsenal, because if so, Anaheim probably qualifies for this game and every game until further notice. Man, is this a shitty ass team. And last week people were saying like, just fade Anaheim, don't ever bet them, auto fade them. And since then, I don't know how many games it's been, but they have lost 9 straight losses for Anaheim. They're terrible. Dallas, not that much better. They're on a back-to-back. They did win at LA yesterday. Overall, though, they've been struggling and overvalued. Definitely a good fade recently. But Anaheim, man, and in light of that, it's a very low line, right? Let me see where it moved. But Anaheim was like just a teeny underdog here to Dallas. Now the line has moved a little bit, I think, in Dallas's favor. But man, Anaheim is a shitty team. Current market giving them whatever, like a 48% chance to win this game. 9 straight losses. Shitty team. What do you think?
What the heck? This is the I can't believe this line, Pete. You kidding me? This team's allowed 4 goals or more in the last 8 games. You got a Dallas team that's starting to get healthy, and the line's minus 115. Dismiss 6-0-5. He hasn't lost in regulation on the road either. This team's 0-7-1, minus 21 goal differential. Like, this is wow. You can't be on Dallas tonight. If you are, good on you. I just don't know how this line's as low as it is. But let's get to some numbers here, Pete. The total is where I'm looking. This is the last night's game too with Dallas. It was a lower scoring game, 3-1. Got her done there. This is going to be the higher scoring game. They played San Jose the night before that, or 2 nights before. It's 5-4. Expect something like that tonight. The Ducks, they got Dolstol going, who I always thought he'd be a little better than this. He's 9-4-1, 884 save percentage. Terry's day-to-day. That's a right winger for the Ducks. Just what I repeated myself there like a robot. But Truba's defenseman. He's also out, at least questionable. Mrazek's still out. Ben's questionable for Dallas. There's got to be goals in this game. Like, short and sweet. Both teams to score. The lines are low for this too, Pete. In the first period, plus 140. And then both teams to score 3 goals is plus 125. So you like goals. You want player props, overs. This is your game for sure. Expect a shootout here tonight. I can't believe that line as low as it is. Wild.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to add on some lines here. I am going to take Toronto, Utah first period under 1.5. I'm going to shop around. But the worst line I'll get is plus 108. I'm also going to get the full game under 6.5 minus 135. And I'm also going to throw on Boston goal in the first period. Yes, minus 180. I'll take that one. I think it's a good early spot for Boston. And, the early games I kind of was multitasking. So maybe I'll review those and make an official play. Here you go. Dog shit team system from AM. Yes, Anaheim is a dog shit team. Yes, they fall into one of his systems. And AM likes the Ducks, likes Anaheim. Money line plus 108. There you go. There you go. I mean, it makes sense to me. Dallas is not dog shit, but they're not good.
But it's going to be a high-scoring game. Like, this is not like, right, Pete? There's no way this is 3-2, 2-1 even. This is going to be a shootout.
Not sure what to make of it, but all right. Let's review our official plays. Why don't you go first, Mr. Gokster?
Why is the total up for Godfather 7.5 or 8? That's really rare for them to ever make it that high. The juice in this game, but just based on my Godfather, the plus 125 for both teams to score 3 goals. I haven't seen that number that low really all year for both teams to score 3 goals. So that tells me they expect them to score a lot tonight. But the plays tonight, guys, we like Columbus, new coach, and Calgary's team total under 3.5, minus 105. Sens in the first period and to win the game, plus 150. Carolina regulation, minus 110. Both teams have scored 2 goals, guys. You can find that in most of your books. Parlay that with Detroit and Boston and Montreal and Washington tonight. Nice plus 110. Anders Lee, Islanders Jets game. We're taking him to score a point. Guy's been hot, 26 points his last 23 games, plus 120. And then to cap it off, that game we're just talking about, Stars Ducks. Both teams to score in the first period, plus 140, and then both teams to score 3, plus 125. Also, Pete, golf. I got some golf plays there.
Yes.
You guys can find that on my Twitter. First tournament starting Thursday, Sony Open. Some good players are going to be in the field. I already got my my 6-pack out there. All my matchup bets are locked in. So check that out, guys. And also TGL is going on tonight. I like New York in that.
Sounds good. Great comments in the comment section. My official plays, I probably add some others, but as of right now, Boston first period money line. Boston to score a goal in the first period. Carolina team total under 3.5. Toronto, Utah first period under 1.5, and the full game under 6.5. And I will throw on Columbus minus 1 at a small dog line. Got to do that. Can't not do it. And I can't take the team total over there at 3.5 because they might clamp down, win a 2-zip, something like that, even 3-1, and then you lose. But I am going to take Columbus minus 1. Great friend, and once again, Justin McKelvey liking the over in the Pittsburgh game, and a lot of very, very interesting calls from AM. He is liking Vancouver as a huge dog. Dog shit Dallas as a tiny dog. He likes it. Montreal, he likes it. And also Montreal is the spreadsheet play of the day for Ron Crawford. So Montreal is probably something that I'll be looking to throw on. And St. Louis. I'm also liking St. Louis as a dog as well. Awesome. But not Nashville, interestingly. Nashville did not make his list of dog lines with value. Great show, guys. Awesome. Comment section, everyone. I gotta go because I gotta do something at 2:00. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
See you guys.